Cover your ears, darling.
Wid Yi.
Did you know there was a thing called the Economic Club of New York? Have you ever heard of that before?
The Economic Club of New York.
It sounds really shit, doesn't it? I imagine Fustio guys.
Are you part of the Economic Club of New York? And that's what you say, no, I'm part of the Financial Times of London.
You had to do it Family Guy style, didn't you?
Of course. I disagree.
I concur.
Yes.
There's a thing called the Economic Club of New York where stuffy old guys with lots of money, like Waldorf and Staffler from The Muppets, go. And the, what were they? The rich guys in...
Trading Places.
yes.
Yeah.
Winthorpe's uncles.
Winthorpe, that was one of them.
Well, Winthorpe would go to the Economic Club of New York.
Right.
You know what other pretentious wanker goes to the Economic Club of New York?
I'm going to guess Donald Trump.
Yes.
Wow.
And you know who he was bigging up at their latest luncheon on Thursday?
Ron Jeremy.
Who?
Ron Jeremy. What do you mean, who?
Again, who?
Think of like 70s porn star with the moustache and the long hair. That's Ron Jeremy.
I was thinking of Burt Reynolds.
I suppose Ron Jeremy and Burt Reynolds have a similar...
lineage?
Quality, maybe? I mean, if you're talking about going out for lunch, Ron Jeremy does have a lot of sausage.
Has he been complimented on this before by any chance?
Many times.
Okay, well, it's not Ron Jeremy.
I can't believe you didn't know who Ron Jeremy was.
No, I didn't.
Wow. A lot of our listeners will know who Ron Jeremy is.
I would imagine they do. No, he was bigging up Elon Musk.
Okay.
And apparently, this is gospel,
Was
right?
he making a Twitter himself?
So yeah, according to BBC News, because we should obviously credit our sources.
Credit was given where credit's due.
Yeah, exactly. It says here, Donald Trump said he would enlist Elon Musk, get this, to run a government efficiency commission if he wins a second term as US president.
Oh,
now,
God.
Take a step back here, right? He wants Elon Musk to come in and look at why America's fucked from a government point of view. This is the guy who almost bankrupted himself to buy Twitter, did a hash job of rebranding it.
Nobody calls it X for the matter. It's always on Twitter. You don't ever say, I'm sending an X.
I'm sending a kiss on X. Yeah. Exactly.
No, it's always a tweet.
So he botched the rebrand. He damn near bankrupted himself to buy it to the point he's now got, if you want to tweet, I want $20. Everything on Twitter is about the money now. He's completely fucked it.
It's just for celebrities now anyway.
It's not even that.
It's not even Joe Blogs like you and me.
It's spammers. The amount of follows I get from people who have webcams that they would like my money cash for. So this is the thing. Elon Musk, who's completely ballsed up a takeover of Twitter, is undoubtedly going to fuck up America even more if he gets this non-paid job. That's the other thing.
Well, let's face it, no amount of money in the world would ever interest him.
No.
It's never a case of, go do it, I'll slip you 20 quid. He wouldn't even think about it.
He's got his space thing, SpaceX. He's got Twitter.
Not space Twitter.
No, not space Twitter. He's got the actual Twitter, which is slowly but surely going down the tubes. He's got Tesla.
Yes. Let's not even go there.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently they've been sort of floating this idea in the public consciousness for the last 2 weeks. It says here again, the two men have alluded to the idea for several weeks, but Thursday's comments were Trump's most direct indication yet that he might want Mr. Musk to play a role in his potential second
I love it when you say
administration.
weeks. I'll give you exactly how long it'll last for Donald Trump. You know how long it's actually going to last? 18 months. You know why?
Why?
He's only got a year and a half.
It's quite funny. We shouldn't condone it. We're not Jack Black.
Well, my favourite band have jacked in over Donald Trump jokes, so I'm just getting my money's worth. This has ruined my life.
I thought they got back together, though. Did they not get back together? I thought they kind of made
that's
amends.
as per the song. The song is, last week, Kyle quit the band. Now we're back together.
I must have missed that one. The only thing I can remember apart from Tribute is Fuck Her Gently.
Both in the same album.
Yeah, exactly. It shows you how long since I've listened to Tenacious D. But no, I don't know what fears me most. The fact that Elon Musk is going to fuck up the world. Because by definition, if you fuck up America, it's like America catches a cold, the rest of the world sneezes.
Okay.
America gets fucked like the banking crisis.
Well,
we get fucked.
They're a way to go down the pan anyway with their stock exchange.
Yeah, exactly. So,
which is just going to raise taxes even more.
I don't know what terrifies me more, the fact that Elon Musk is going to be partly behind this, or the mere thought of that fuckface getting a second term in office. ridiculous.
Where there's one and the other one follows like a little lost Todd in a barrel of FUD.
And I don't understand it either, because like not long ago Donald Trump's like, hey, I don't like Twitter, I'm going to start up my own social media where I can post my own lies.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Why has he turned into George W. Bush from 2D TV?
Professor Leavstrom. I wonder if that's where Seth MacFarlane got the inspiration to be Peter Griffin, because that would have been about the time Family Guy started. Maybe just slightly after.
I think Family Guy was a wee bit before 2D TV.
99, and I think 2D TV, maybe 2001, 2002.
So I think Family Guy was first. But maybe Rory Bremner, who did the voice of George W. Bush, got the inspiration from Family Guy.
Have you ever seen the clip doing the rounds of Rory Bremner? He's on a holiday flight somewhere. He's flying with like EasyJet.
Okay.
And somebody realises it's Rory Bremner at the front of the plane. And he gets, the PA system. He gets the wee handset. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now arriving at Gatwick Airport.
Yes, don't worry, we'll get to that safely.
Yeah. And he starts doing all these impressions on a holiday flight. Imagine going away to Tenerife for a week and Rory Bremner's your in-flight entertainment. How disappointing is the rest of that holiday going to be?
Unless it's your flight home.
Ooh, now that's
if he's on there, you're getting your flight from Tenerife back to Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And you're thinking to yourself, no, my holiday's over. Fuck's sake. But then you get him talking like, well, was it Rory Bremner or was it John Culshaw? I can't remember.
I think it might have been John Culshaw now that I say it.
God, it's 20. Whoever it was, they would start speaking to you in the voice of Tony Blair. Yes, well, this flight is fucked. But that sounds a bit more like C-3PO, I realise. But
was it?
Do you think Tony Blair and C-3PO had the same mother?
Probably.
Just with we're so terribly fucked, my friends. I'm going to raise taxes and go to war with George.
I think C-3PO was a bit more genuine and honest and less warmongery than Tony Blair.
Tony Blair, you're a liar! You're a liar!
Wid Yi.
And while we're going on about warmonger Blair, let's not even start...
Adolf Blair, you mean?
Adolf Blair.
Or Tony Hitler.
God, there's a mashup I never saw coming.
Now you mention it, Gordon Brown does look a bit like Hermann Goring, doesn't he?
I always thought Gordon Brown looked like he was chewing a wasp. There's something about his facial expression. Whenever he's talking, it's like his saliva's rolling around.
He has a face like a dog that's licking its own piss off a jaggy nettle.
To be fair, I think that's a more attractive thing to look at, in all honesty. Yeah, the Chancellor of the Wrecker. I mean, that's the guy that was there for the banking crisis, stole everyone's pensions, hiked up every tax known to man. Did he not put 25% VAT, or was it Gordon Brown that put us to 20? I can't remember.
No, Gordon Brown brought us down to 15.
Oh, did he bring us down just before everything went to shit?
Well, no, he brought us down because everything went to shit, to try and get folk to spend a bit more, but now we're up to 20%, which was even more than what we had before. What the? VAT. Do not get me started on VAT. Over the last few weeks, I've started looking at finances, etc., a wee bit, starting businesses up, you name it. But I'm trying to get a VAT refund on some of the expenses that I've needed to start up said business.
Yeah.
And it's got me looking into what we actually pay VAT on. Now, you look at HMRC or the Gov website or whatever, and officially you pay it, in their words, on luxury items.
We're doing that inverted thing.
Yeah. Luxury items.
Yeah, that.
So, things, I mean, I know this isn't the case anymore, but it was only recently that tampons are now VAT exempt. But
yeah, because that's a luxury.
That's a total luxury. The women's menstrual cycle is a luxury.
Yeah.
I'll come back to that. But luxury items. Why do we pay VAT on toilet paper? Is it a luxury to not have a crusty arse?
Apparently it is.
I mean, the way I see it, when my arse is a wee bit dirty, I get this itch that goes right up my body and just claws the back of my eyeballs, and I'm sitting there going, I need to go for a cheeky rewipe. That is a luxury. No, I don't think it is, to be honest.
No, I don't think it is.
No, but we pay VAT on toilet paper. Now, this got me thinking a wee bit when I did a wee bit more digging. What is VAT exempt?
Well, we know it's not tampons.
It's not. Well, tampons are VAT exempt. They are now.
They are
a couple of years ago, they're not. But
what things that are not VAT
things
exempt?
That are not VAT. No, things that are VAT exempt.
Things that are VAT exempt.
Yeah. Which, back to the whole law of luxury items. Helicopters are VAT exempt.
What?
You don't pay VAT in a helicopter.
I don't believe you. I need to Google this.
Go Google it. Right. So you do not pay VAT on a helicopter, which to me is like the most luxury item you can possibly get. Only trillionaires have helicopters.
Yeah, right.
And they don't pay VAT on them.
Right, according to Google, so as a general rule, domestic UK flights using small helicopters and propeller aircraft have VAT applied. So if you go on a flight,
your ticket, yeah.
Larger private aircraft are VAT exempt.
Yeah.
However, each country has a different set of rules for VAT or the equivalent domestic tax.
Yeah, but in the UK, you don't pay VAT on a helicopter. What else do you not pay VAT on in the UK?
Yachts.
Yeah, boats.
Seriously?
Yeah, you don't pay VAT on boats.
Ask Michelle Mon.
One other, caviar. You don't pay VAT on caviar. The most luxury fucking food out there.
Do you pay VAT on quail's eggs, though? Because there's going to be that argument, but, I'll pay it on my quail's eggs.
Google it. I don't know.
Hang on.
I've just got helicopters, boats and caviar are VAT exempt.
You must have had a right laugh researching this.
I kind of went off on a tangent, a bit of a dangerous one, but another one, right? Genuine one here. Military vehicles are VAT exempt, but that's because they're for the Ministry of Defence. But if you want a sound piece of advice, don't buy a car. Because your car, you've got to pay road tax, you've got to pay congestion charges, you've got to pay your MOT, and you've got to pay to go into your LEZs. Tanks are congestion charge exempt, MOT exempt, LEZ exempt, VAT exempt. Buy a tank.
Yeah, but you're fucked when it comes to parking it, doesn't it? You'll be over 4 bays.
Just look, you can make a space. Just shoot the fucking... just shoot a car out of the way, like do it James Bond style and just crush the cars.
Come out the side of the Kremlin.
Where you want, yeah.
Come flying out the sides. Who's going to stop you? Oh, you can't park.
Oh, you cannot park in this... He's just crushed my ladder. All right, okay, no problem. You drive tank, I drive ladder. I no argue. So, genuinely, if you want my sound financial advice, don't buy a car, buy a tank.
Wid Yi.
In case you're wondering, by the way, the whole quail's eggs thing, they are VAT exempt because... Food stuff.
Yeah. Probably the most expensive food up there with caviar.
It's like, why not just put a tax on the wankers who shop at, like, Harrods? You should have, like, a wanker tax.
Have a Waitrose tax.
We'll call it a wanker tax.
I'll call it a wanker tax, but then again, I'd be out of fucking... pocket, big time. I'm the biggest wanker I know.
I mean, you've made a career out of it.
I've made a fucking living out of it, and I've based my whole life on how to be a wanker.
Philosophy of a Wanker by Dave. Available at all good bookshops.
Philosophy of wanker. Deep thought of the day. There is a toilet out there that's had the most craps taken in it as a world record, and nobody knows which one it is. Philosophy of a wanker.
That's probably your most useful contribution of the episode so far.
Well, I could go back on about this whole VAT thing and tampons and all that sort of shit when I'm saying the women's menstrual cycle is a luxury.
Yeah.
Well, I will go out here and just say jokes about women's menstrual cycle are not funny. Period. But seriously, I'm going to sound like a dick here, but I'm going to want to talk about sexual equality here a wee bit. Now, I'm all for it, but how's this for equality? A woman gets caught in airport security and she gets caught with a vibrator in her luggage. It's a cute and funny story, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? But men get caught in airport security with the latest model of the fleshlight. You know, the one that's hands-free, comes with rechargeable, extendable battery pack, 6 vibrate settings, 7 suction modes, moist, soft, prosthetic labia, realistic 3D rotating internal robotic tongue mechanism, easy clean drainage function, and additional bumhole stimulator in the luggage. There's no coming back from it, is there?
What's worrying is you know an awful lot about this.
Look, I'm going to be honest, right? This has ended careers. It splits up families, and it's contributed to the suicide statistics of businessmen in this world.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at this point.
I'll be honest with you. Take your phone out. You got the Amazon app?
Yeah, no, I don't actually.
You don't, right? Just type in the word mail into Amazon, and what do you get?
I don't want to do this. I've got a really bad feeling. By the way, I'm not doing it on the studio computers.
No. Do it in your phone. That's what I'm saying. Do it in your phone.
On my phone, right? Amazon.
Just the word mail. M-A-L-E, mail.
Oh, I was going to put M-A-I-L.
Oh, well, then that's different. You're going to get post boxes, are you? And stamps.
You getting married by a stump.
Oh.
By the way, they're going up in price.
So my question is, where's the equality in this?
Sadly lacking.
Have you put it into Amazon yet?
I was waiting on Amazon to load. It's taking time.
Think of it this way. Kids are in the playground at school and one of them's getting bullied. You know, there's, your ma got caught with a vibrator in airport security. Ha! Or, that just means your ma's hot. Oh, go geez a sniff. Oh, go geez a lick. All that shit the kids going about. Or, your dad got caught with a fleshlight in airport security.
Right, Amazon has loaded.
Yeah.
There's a sponsored advert for Satisfyer Men Lube.
All you did was put the word mail in.
Yeah.
You could be talking male-to-male connectors for electric parts or something like that.
Yeah.
Or male-threaded fucking T-bolts or whatever you want to call it.
But no.
Instantly, it just thinks you want to buy a male butt plug.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
or a male vibrator.
The other thing I get, the actual first legit result that's not paid for, Le Mail by Jean-Paul Gaultier, Eau de Toilette for men.
Eau de Toilette.
200,000. That is a lot of wet. Right, should we do a widget before we get ourselves...
Right, we've wittered on for about 20 minutes here.
Let's do a widget because that's what we're meant to be doing. Right, are you going to go first? I guess you are.
Right, let's go for it. We have a widget and we're saying...
It's nothing to do with Amazon.
No, but it is to do with IKEA.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah,
I was there last week.
Yeah, it's quite a short one, unfortunately, but here we go. Would you hide in a cupboard in IKEA and jump out on random people for a tenner?
I did last week.
You did last week? Oh, please tell me more. Did you get paid your tenner?
No.
Bastard.
You know what? I genuinely love going to IKEA as long as it's not the click and collect crap we've got here.
I fucking hate IKEA.
Really?
I actually prefer the IKEA car park than IKEA itself.
What, because it takes you home?
No, not just because it takes you home. You see all sorts of divorce shit going on. Like you'll see somebody buying a whole kitchen unit and try to fit it into the back of a Fiat Punto or something like that. It's divorce court in a fucking car park.
I remember years ago, right, when my cousin got married, in the run-up to the wedding, his acid test on whether or not his marriage would work was, could he and his fiancée build IKEA furniture together?
This is the ultimate test.
It is. It absolutely is, right? And you know what? 12 years on, he's still happily married. And you know why that is?
Because they went to IKEA.
No.
Or because they did not go to IKEA.
He went to IKEA, he bought the flat pack furniture, he built it the fuck himself.
So... she didn't involve herself in the making of this, no?
He built IKEA, she went away and, I don't know, did something, put the word mail into Amazon or something, fuck knows. And 12 years on, because he did the IKEA himself, he's still happily married.
Did he do the IKEA himself while he had his knob in a fleshlight?
Wid Yi. Before we do the next widget, remember you can always send in yours. You can do it in the comments section below if you're listening on YouTube. If you're on any of the podcast apps, just comment there. Share it to your friends, by the way. Encourage other people to listen to the shit that you listen to.
We need more people to listen to my shit.
I'm listening, but it's not saying very much. But yeah, joking and everything aside, give us a... Oh, there it goes. That was like a delayed reaction. Yeah, give us a sub if you haven't already. Comment below. Spread the word. And more importantly, get in on the action. Send us in your random widgets. The more random, the better.
We need your widgets.
Yeah.
You write this show.
And it shows. It shows. Here's one. Remember a few weeks back we had Chicken Fillets in?
Oh, yes.
We set him the task to write a couple of widgets. Now, I know for a fact this is his because the handwriting looks like a doctor's.
Can I see it?
Well, no, because I need to read it first. You can see it afterwards.
Course. Yeah. But if you're going to sort of read it, go, like, would you jeep in a shed? Would I sleep in a shed? Ah, yes.
We're going to have to interpret this, aren't we?
Can we get him to come in and read them?
I don't think
he was
he
just
wants
here
to
a
come
couple
back.
Have we scared him off? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard from him since. So this is the one. I mean, that was me just clearing my throat. I'm not doing it for any dramatic effect.
I'm just watching you try to read this. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, it genuinely looks like it's been written by a 5-year-old.
You've got it at full arm's length. Got it upside down. You're looking a little bit cross-eyed.
I've put my glasses back up because they're slipping down my nose. Would you do a widget where you think about doing a widget, but halfway through, Gardner, that is you, talks about bodily fluids, but then widget for 50 quid have to
oh my god,
have something for X, something Christmas dinner.
Right, pass that shit. What is he on about?
I genuinely have no idea. Right. It's like, have you ever played Cards Against Humanity when it's like the bigger, blacker edition?
Right.
It's like a box inside a box inside a box given to a box for Boxing Day.
Right, do you want to know what really gets me? He's ripped a bit of paper right in the middle of the bottom line.
That's
so I don't know what it is.
Something Christmas dinner. It's like Michael Caine and Austin Powers. something
Shat on a turtle.
That's the one.
Had to get rid of the Gatling gun in the bottom of St. Regis tea kettle. Yes,
and then she sat on a turtle.
Widget, do a widget where you think about doing a widget, but halfway through Gardner talks about bodily fluids, and then widget for 50 quid have the Christmas dinner.
I mean, we should probably think about it, right? Because he's put a lot of effort into this one. We
could just phone him and say, hey man, what is this? You have 50 quid, have turtle for X. Widget for 50 quid, have turtle for X Christmas dinner.
So would you think about doing a widget where John's written a widget so shit that you have to something for 50 quid Christmas dinner,
so
shat on a turtle?
What you're getting at is, would I do a widget in the middle of a Christmas dinner?
For 50 quid?
For 50 quid.
Yeah.
What is the widget?
Well, it's a widget where you do a widget about wanting to do a widget
I'll tell you what.
about a widget that John wrote.
Okay, take another widget out, read it, and I'll incorporate it into this.
God. Right, so, potluck, into the bowl we go.
Into the bowl, here we go.
So this is the widget that you would consider doing as a widget for a widget and a widget episode called Wid Yi.
Yep.
Drink all the water out of a dirty fish tank for £250 and a kebab.
Okay, so would I drink all the water
out of a fish
tank? Fish bowl. Drink all the water out of a fish tank, and I would get money and a kebab. But while I'm doing this, I've got to talk about bodily fluid.
Yes.
For 50 quid over Christmas dinner while I'm shitting in a turtle.
And something.
Dark side. Something. Dark side. Oh my God. Hey, do you want to know? I came up with this idea for this podcast thinking it's simple. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
All I know is you get 50 quid.
Give me the widget.
50
Let me just see if I can make sense of this.
In fact, no, hang on. You get 300 quid because there's 50 quid for the original widget.
Right, so
there's 250 quid from chicken fillets.
Yeah.
Plus a kebab.
I
plus
like
something, shat on a turtle.
Right, let's see it. So while I'm drinking all the water out of a dirty fish tank, I've got to do another widget. Would you do a widget where you think about doing a widget? So I'm constantly thinking, while I'm drinking this dirty fish tank, I'm thinking, what's my next widget?
And that's going to distract you because you're thinking forward instead of the task in hand.
Yeah, so all in all, I've got to do this obscenely weird thing for a grand total of 300 quid and a kebab. Where's the kebab from?
The Little Belmont Hut.
All right, I'll do it.
Wid Yi.
And thank you to Wid Yi for carrying out another public service to the world.
Public service
for Wid Yi. Public service.
Wid Yi, I've got Ticketmaster gubbed.
Are we taking credit and responsibility,
yes,
if not the honour for this? I think we have to.
I think we will. If you haven't heard last week's episode yet, please tune in. It's hilarious. But the whole name of the episode is Fuck You, Ticketmaster.
By the way, just in case
Ticketmaster.
And in case they misheard that because I talked in the middle of that.
Fuck you, Ticketmaster. Cunts. So, no, last week we were talking about Ticketmaster and how much of arseholes they are with gigs and with the ticket gouging and the recent fiasco with the Oasis tickets.
Now, the one thing we completely forgot to mention
was the raising of the prices.
Now, they call it dynamic pricing.
Dynamic pricing is a posh way of saying it.
Yeah, it's basically fleecing the shit out of us.
Oh, yeah.
But their rationale is,
the demand's there, so...
the supply and demand. But the bottom line is, there's a finite number of tickets, right? They know the demand is going to be there, or these guys wouldn't have got back together. So from the get-go, it's just legalised theft.
Definitely.
That is what it is.
What's the difference between paying for a ticket through Ticketmaster for 350 quid or a guy outside for 350 quid?
Well,
how much of the ticket's worth face value? About 75 quid.
Yeah.
Originally, probably.
And
it's fucking crazy.
And the thing that really pisses me off, and this has only come to light in the last few days, the amount of people who said, oh, I was maybe 100th in the queue for my Oasis tickets.
No, you weren't.
Well, they were, right, to begin with. First thing in the morning.
They were 100th in the queue to join another queue with 10,000 people at the end. So they were in a queue, within a Wid Yi, while you're drinking tap water and shitting in a turtle.
Yeah, but there were people who had the tickets in their basket. This is the point I was getting to. People had the tickets, £75 a pop. Great. They go to the checkout. Oh, really sorry.
They're gone.
There's been well, no, it wasn't even that. There's been a technical problem. But hey, we put the tickets back in your basket for 4 times the fucking price.
Yeah, they're cocks.
If you walked into a car dealer's, or even pare it back a level, right, as they know there'll be demand for bread, baked beans,
of course,
milk. Yeah. You know, all these supermarkets have the analytics absolutely pap on. Their cameras train you, the tills train you, everything knows. Tesco's Club Card is there not to reward you, but to take your information.
Oh, definitely.
They know their peak times. They don't suddenly double the price of milk at 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon because every fucker's doing their shopping.
No, they don't.
They wouldn't get away with it. No other industry gets away with fleecing you as much. Can you imagine going to a restaurant and going, right, well, I'm really sorry. I know you ordered your food at 7 o'clock.
But now you're into the peak time.
Yeah, your bill's arrived at 8:30 and it's now tripled. You wouldn't get away with it.
No.
So why the fuck did Ticketmaster, why did the government not just intervene.
Right. More to the point, they've been busted.
Yeah.
What's going to happen now? Don't know, but the fact
absolutely nothing is going to happen.
The fact that we spoke about it last week and they're getting busted this week.
Yeah.
I'm taking credit for this.
My only disappointment is genuinely nothing's going to happen about this.
No.
Nothing. I would imagine there are too many people within the culture department of government who have shares in companies like Ticketmaster who are creaming the shit out of this.
Here's a legitimate thought. The Gallaghers in the background got back together.
Yeah.
Probably several weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they obviously went and had a quiet drink together at their mum's house or whatever. You know,
had a fight, got out of the system.
Yeah, and just started talking, started socialising with each other again.
Sounding like Ozzy Osbourne, like we did in the last episode.
One of them says, "What if we got Oasis back together?" And the other says, "No, don't start that again." We're back into the Beatles stroke Jungle Book. But anyway, this has not just been a case of last Wednesday they said they're getting back together because they spoke on Tuesday night. No. So, Liam Gallagher is a very wealthy man.
Mm-hmm.
Noel Gallagher is a very wealthy man. Why do they not sell the tickets themselves? Pay a promoter to sell the tickets on their behalf, and the only way tickets are available are through the Oasis website.
What, like the good old days?
Yeah.
Or you go to the music hall.
You say like the good old days. Back in the 60s, there was no internet. The good old days.
Where your podcast arrived in the mail on a cassette once every month.
Back in the days when people watched broadcast television.
All 2 channels of it.
Sometimes 3.
Yeah. But no, I mean, you raise a really good point.
Yeah.
And the other thing that really pisses me off is they're now fighting. The Gallaghers, their management and Ticketmaster are fighting each other for who should take the flak for it. I think they're all as bad as each other. I think they're all to blame. The Gallaghers knew exactly what they were doing. Don't tell me they didn't know.
I'm not going to say no, but at the end of the day, they knew they'd have a high demand gig where everybody will want a ticket.
And they've
probably said 75 quid for standing and everything else. That's your standard price for a gig.
Well, their cop-out is, we left it to our promoters and our management. Yeah. Well, you knew damn fine what Ticketmaster were going to do. Ticketmaster, they can just get to fuck. Fuck you, Ticketmaster.
Fuck you, Ticketmaster.
As for his promoter, I don't even know the guy, but I would happily shit in his cornflakes.
Wid Yi.
Right, since we've gone on about the Gallaghers, we put the world to rights about them. Fuck you, Ticketmaster.
Fuck you, Ticketmaster.
Donald Trump and Elon Twatty Musk.
Getting caught in airport security with a flashlight.
Which you promised never to speak of again.
Getting caught in airport security with a flashlight.
Which you promised never to speak of again.
Getting caught in airport security with a flashlight.
Okay. I think we basically should do one more widget because I think...
It's no longer become a widget, it's now become let's discuss. So yeah, get your hand in there and pull out another widget.
Right,
I think it's me that's to ask you this time, actually.
Alright, okay.
Because you gave me that paradox one.
I'm going to give you one of those ones. I don't know who this is from.
I do.
Oh.
It's another Chicken Phyllis's one.
Fuck's sake. Do you want to redraw?
Yes, we'll save that.
Will we redraw? The problem is, I'm all for randomness. We genuinely have no idea what he's written, like every week. And that last one just minced us.
Okay.
Is this legible?
It's legible, because I wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of my ones.
Right.
Yeah. For £250,000, would you have a wank in a bus?
No.
Thanks for listening.
Would you do us a favour and check back again next week?
And don't forget to find and like us on the socials.
Wid Yi.